You're telling me Erling Haaland threw the ball at Gabriel. Yeah. He told Luis Miles Skelly to go back to primary school. He little broed Gabriel Jesus. He absolutely deleted Thomas Partey on that little body check. And then he threw hands at Arteta, bro. And none of Arsenal's aura bots did nothing about it, bro. Yeah. Bro, when you're 6'5", you're scoring 100 goals in 100 games. You got to have that kind of attitude.
I love the Ballon d'Or, right? I don't know why I love it, but I don't know, man. I think game's gone if Vini Jr. is winning Ballon d'Or. Good player, don't get me wrong. But, like, and looking back at like all the other Ballon d'Or winners in the last like decade or two, most of them being Ronaldo and Messi, even Ronaldo and Messi aside, like, I don't really think Vini's tying any of their boots.
And the boys are back with another pod ski. I'm here with James J. Quinto and Mateo Zinho. Big weekend we just had, actually.
Massive.
Manchester City, Arsenal, 2-2. This is the first time we actually saw an exciting derby in a while from the two of them. Usually it's been a snooze fest, so it's been good. We have a lot to talk about today. We have Erling Haaland, just absolute
shenanigans,
just causing a carnage out there.
Yeah,
this guy throwing balls at people, pushing people around, touching managers. I don't know. What do you guys think of the game that just happened?
It's good, man. I think the Prem needed some excitement. To be honest, it's been getting a little stale the last few years, right? It's like the same story over and over again. City win, City win, City win, City win. I'm down for a scrap. I'm down for a rivalry. And that's something I don't think we've really had in the Prem in quite some time. Almost since, like, what? Arsenal United in the mid-2000s. There hasn't really been, like, a heated rivalry where, you know, things get physical, things get chippy. There's, like, you know, beef between players. But in this game, we saw all that. And these are two teams that are expected to fight for the title. Right, Arsenal and City. You have ex-City players playing for Arsenal. You know, the Arsenal players want it bad, and I think that's why I got a little bit chippy. I think they're kind of getting fed up with, you know, constantly losing the league, right? And I think the City players know that, and I think Haaland, I think for sure, tried to get them a little bit, you know, riled up, get them going a little bit. And not for anything, man. He's bagging the goals. He's the most important player for Man City. Best player for Man City.
Damn.
And I'm happy that, you know what, he's also bringing more entertainment than just goals. He's getting things going. He's bringing entertainment.
This guy said best player for Man City. I guess he is now.
He has been.
No.
Been best player this season?
No. Anyway.
No. What do you mean no?
Rodri.
He hasn't been better than Haaland this season.
Says who?
Haaland's been the best player in the world this season.
Why? Because he scored goals?
Who else is scoring goals?
Yeah, well, Rodri's a CDM. How is he going to score goals?
Well, he hasn't been impacting. He hasn't even been playing.
Okay.
So how could he be the best player for the team if he's not playing?
Hasn't Rodri played 60 Premier League minutes this season?
66.
So how can he be the best player?
No.
Minutes?
I didn't say. I said best player on the team. Rodri's the best player on the team.
Still not true.
Yes, it is.
Still not true.
It's very true.
It's not. Haaland's the best player on the team, man.
The best player at the Euro, the best player on Manchester City, the best player in the Premier League.
Different. Best player at the Euro is completely different.
Best player in the Premier League, Ballon d'Or nominee.
Not winning it though.
So is Haaland.
Not this year. I bet you Haaland will win one before Rodri.
Well, Rodri's out for a year, obviously. I'd hope so.
What do you mean?
Okay, that's the dumbest
when
question.
He comes back, is he not going to be able to win one? Haaland's not going to.
Okay, but Haaland has a whole year.
For what?
To win a Ballon d'Or now.
Okay.
So obviously he's going to win it before. He should win it this year with the amount of goals he's getting.
Season just started.
Hey, there's other players that can win it too.
Ooh.
Relax. I'll talk about that later on.
Bro, I think the craziest thing is I've never seen a tactical ACL, bro. Because man was talking about in the press a few days ago how they got to go on strike because they're playing too many games. And a few days later, ACL gone, bro. I've never seen something like that before.
Bad karma, I guess.
Crazy.
It's kind of wild because like he was just talking about it, but he didn't really play a lot of minutes like at the start of the season. I think if anything, City and Pep, they did a really good job at kind of easing him back into it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't come back from, you know, the Euros and start playing full 90s right away. Like, I think they've done a really good job at easing their players back into it. Same thing with Foden, too. We've barely seen Foden to start the season. I think they've done a good job easing back into it, but I think it was just unfortunate for Rodri. Right? A lot of tough injuries this weekend.
Look, Haaland was all over the place. A lot of buffoon moments. I thought it was good. I thought it was funny. I like when players go at each other. I think it's fun. I think we need more fighting in the game. We need more like back and forth. We need beef.
Yeah, fighting's a little aggressive. Like, I want some tension. I want some animosity. I want like a couple shoves, you know, here and there. I want the ref to throw a yellow. You know, maybe not a red. I want to start throwing some yellows. You know, get the game a little bit tense, get the game going. And I think Haaland did just that, right? I think, him throwing the ball at Gabriel, I thought that was brilliant, right?
Ping them in the head so nicely.
He didn't hit it too hard where there was a risk of injury. It was like a playful toss.
No, that was not.
Bro,
a
it was
playful-
it was an absolute blockbuster, bro.
That was not a playful.
You're telling me
toss.
Erling Haaland threw the ball at Gabriel.
Yeah.
He told Luis Miles Skelly to go back to primary school. He little broed Gabriel Jesus. He absolutely deleted Thomas Partey on that little body check. And then he threw hands at Arteta, bro. And none of Arsenal's aura bots did nothing about it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
there's so much to unpack here.
The man of the match performance in my book.
I know. I like all of Haaland's antics except the ball throwing at Gabriel.
Why?
I thought that was cowardly.
Nah.
Yeah,
You know why it was
because he caught him in a moment where like it was almost like a sucker punch kind of moment where Gabriel was able to do nothing about it. He was down, like his shirt was like above his head, like he wasn't even looking. It was almost like a sucker punch in a throwing a football kind of way.
But like Gabriel kind of got his get back because Kyle Walker was like poking him and like looking like he was trying to tickle him. And then afterwards he ended up scoring that header, right?
Yeah.
But Haaland caught Gabriel in a moment where Gabriel couldn't even see who did it.
Yeah.
That's weak.
Do you think that maybe like there was a reason why he did that? Do you think maybe there was something said during the game?
Oh no, they were going at it. Both Haaland and Gabriel were definitely going at it.
I
the whole
feel
time.
like
the whole
with all
game.
the audio clips we got, it made it seem
got
like Haaland was mic'd up.
Yeah.
Like there was so much clear audio from the game.
Bro, what he said to Arteta? What did he say again?
Stay humble, huh? Stay humble.
What does that mean? What happened between them? What beef was there
I don't know,
between
but
Arteta and Haaland back then?
Arteta's like a wuss, man. Why didn't he fight back?
Yeah, do you see Arteta? He was like he was scared to defend for
If the whole
himself.
team was.
And where was Pep in this point?
Yo, he went to the
Pep
change.
This guy was already in the locker room, bro.
He already
my
showered.
God.
He's already writing tactics on the board for when they get back.
My question is now: is Haaland trying to be the menace of football?
No.
Bro, like you gotta allow it, man. Like, bro, when you're 6'5", you're scoring 100 goals in 100 games. You gotta have that kind of attitude, bro. You gotta allow it, man. Like, you got to.
He's just having fun with it.
Yeah.
Just having fun with it. And you know what? I'm here for it. I think the game has been missing that a little bit ever since Zlatan retired, right? And now we have a nice Nordic, tall, prolific scorer to kind of bring that, flair back into the game a little bit. I think it's huge. I think it's good for the Premier League. I think a lot of people were starting to get a little bit bored, some of these bigger games. This was the first good big game in the Prem in quite some time. Yeah. I can't remember the last one. Every single Arsenal versus City game in the last few years has been like 0-0, 12 center backs in the field, tactical, shifting this and that.
But it's kind of like that though.
Opened up a little bit, 4 goals at least a little bit. But even if there wasn't 4 goals, but there was this kind of tension, there was these moments in the game, there was the trash talking post game. I think it would have still been more entertaining, right? I think it's good that you have this now because you know what? Now the second encounter is going to be massive. Yeah. Right? Especially if both teams are where we think they're going to be in the table, like a first for a second clash, plus this beef. That's going to be sick. Yeah. It's going to be sick.
Speaking about Zlatan, that you were speaking about him. Any other players that come to mind that were just prolific in the shithousery? Cantona is a good one.
Cantona was up there for sure.
Pepe.
Yeah.
Ramos. The man's.
Who else?
Materazzi.
Yeah. I mean, he had that one moment, right?
No, he had a lot of moments.
that one.
I've seen one live.
Everyone kind of remembers for sure. You know what? Not for
Balotelli,
but dude, even Messi, like this, like later career Messi,
this Miami Messi,
Messi in the World Cup, Buddy was talking his shit, and you know what? I'm here for it. If the players can back it up on the field, I'm here for the shit talking. What I don't like is when the players that can't really back it up on the field start talking, start chatting, and they can't back it up with their game. But if it's someone like Haaland, if it's even if Yamal starts chatting shit once he's old enough, I'm down.
He could still shout. He could still chat shit, bro. The way he's playing.
Someone will break him.
He's got to be 18 first, bro. He can't be saying bad words before he's 18.
Yeah. He's not even legal age, bro. No one could be
mouth.
bodying him.
Do you guys think there's a lot of trash talk in high-level European soccer?
You know what?
Because look, we see in the NBA, trash talk is prevalent, and it's almost encouraged. You hear these top NBA players come on podcasts, be like, "Oh, this guy was the best trash talker," like Kevin Garnett, Draymond Green. Do you think there's a lot of trash talk going on in top-level football?
You know what? There has to be, and like we saw with Haaland, that's just what we've seen on camera. When usually they cover their mouth.
They try to be
they're talking
inconspicuous
they're talking
about it.
shit to each other sometimes.
Or they're talking friendly, a little too friendly,
I don't think it's that serious. Like I don't think they get like that crazy. Like they used, I feel like they used to back in the day, like get really intense. Like when Keane and Vieira were going at it.
But why not now?
I don't know. Fines.
You know what? I heard.
You lose
I heard
playing time.
I heard a legend. I forgot who it was. I think it was an Italian player. Said that there's too much friendliness now. Like after a game, when there was a really hard game, they go and they shake hands. He was saying like, I want these players, if they lose, to get mad and just walk off. Everyone's friendly after the game. I want to see more like tension. It's like, I forgot who said that. I think it was De Rossi. Something like that.
Casano.
But it's true. It's so everyone's so friendly now. Like seeing it, what Haaland did and all that, nonsense is like a breath of fresh air type of thing.
Yeah, but do you guys think there's a double standard? Because everyone's praising the Haaland, antics and initiatives, but I feel like when Vini Jr. comes through with some antics, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, because Vini Jr. is also a player that's he's like the boy that cried wolf.
Yeah, he's more of a brat.
He's a brat.
Why?
He wants it his way, and then he what's the saying? He wants the cake and eat it himself. Something like that. What's that saying?
He wants the cake and to eat it himself or something.
Yeah,
like that.
just saying. Like
I don't know, but he's someone that cries for like every little thing, even if it's not that serious, and like he'll push, he'll instigate, and then when it happens to him, he cries. Haaland does something about it, and it made it. I don't know how to fully explain.
No, like Vinny will go to the ref and ask him to do something. Haaland will do something about it. He won't go to the ref and do it.
Yeah, like he's just more of like a rat, Vinny.
Bro, that's also partly why like Vinny's so successful with Real Madrid, because you can't do those kind of things in international football, especially in South America. He's not gonna get those same type of calls,
Yeah,
That's true too.
So we were talking very highly of Erling Haaland. There was someone on the other side that I have no idea how he hasn't been talked about at all. But Kai Havertz, he played 90 minutes with 0 passes.
yeah, he wasn't the only one.
He wasn't the only one, but that was the main player that I saw on the list of players. Kai Havertz, who is supposed to be having his best season yet with Arsenal, and he just has 0 passes. How does that happen?
Do you also understand that he was playing like a chicken without a head?
He had
the guy was by himself up top. What do you want him to do?
No, he wasn't up top. He was playing the mid.
Yeah, he had to play in the mid afterwards.
5-4.
Afterwards, they had to play it.
That doesn't matter. There was a whole first half.
That's 1/2, man.
Yeah.
He was playing striker first half.
Yeah, he was playing striker first half.
You're telling me you can't make 1 pass all
Dude,
game? 1.
You're playing against one of the most attacking teams ever. Bro, most, what's it called? Diaz and Akanji, when their second half, were legit in the Arsenal's almost like 16-yard box.
And
That's how close they were. These Arsenal players couldn't do anything. And to be honest, like a lot of people say online, Arsenal had a good game. For them to defend the whole half and not concede,
Yeah,
I think
Yeah, they're parking the bus the whole game, bro.
Saliba and Gabriel played a good game.
Yeah.
And it was just an unfortunate goal. It had to be Stones too, because now everyone's going to start praising Stones again because he scored 1 goal in
He's
90th
got a
minute.
Stones in
What
I hate Stones.
what did
so
Kyle
much.
Walker say about him? Beckenbauer, right?
Beckenbauer.
Yeah,
Crazy.
man, big goal for him. But I think it was more impressive that Timber didn't complete a pass. I
That's
think that was pretty impressive. You know what I mean? Like I think it's harder for a defender not to complete a pass than a striker. Because strikers don't really get that many touches on the ball.
Yeah.
typically,
I agree.
Right? Like Haaland goes games with like 1 touch.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I don't think it's that like outlandish. It's still a crazy stat, but even worse that 2 players did in the same game. But I mean, at the end of the day, that was part of the game script, right? As soon as they went down to 10 men, a tactical master like Arteta himself, he's going to go for a 5-4. I'm surprised it wasn't a 6-3 or something like that, but they had a solid block. They knew what they were doing. They defended, and I think, to be honest, like they were pretty unfortunate to concede that late on. It was definitely like a pretty, tough goal to concede late on. But we'll see, man. This is going to really test what Arsenal's made of. We've been hearing for years now: Arsenal win the league, 100 million here, 100 million there, signing all these players. Setback here, setback there. Complaints. Oh, they don't have Odegaard. I'm not here for that, man. You guys spend enough money. You guys have enough quality in that team. One of the most expensive squads in the world, if not the most expensive squad in the world. City were missing players too, right? I don't think there's any excuses there. But you guys need to get it done. If they don't get it done this year, it's another failure, man. I think at the end of the day, you're spending all these money on players. You're losing consistently to City. Next game, they need to win. They need to win the reverse fixture if they want any chance of winning the league.
I agree. You guys think that red card was right? Was the right call or not?
yes, you shouldn't be kicking the ball away.
But supposedly he was kicking it to a player that was on the other side that was making a run. And supposedly he kicked it right after the whistle. So
Yeah, it was like 1 point something seconds
yeah,
after.
like, I mean, you're gonna hear that and you're gonna react that fast.
Okay, if it was this, okay, I didn't know the whole extent of it.
I saw a guy on TikTok. I forgot his name. He's a famous guy, a ref on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen him.
No, I don't think so.
But he goes after, like, he talks about all these plays afterwards, and he says that's a horrible call. He gave him like 0.2 seconds to react to that first yellow. That changes the whole game, of course. But like, the fact that Arsenal were able to do that with the man down, you gotta give kudos to them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did they win with 11?
To be honest, man, I think so. I think they could win that with 11.
I don't know. Like, I think, like,
It's a different game.
It's a different game because I think then City have more chances on the break.
Yeah, exactly.
And in that game, I think City looked pretty dangerous when they had a little bit of space. You saw even on the Haaland goal, they managed to craft a lot of space. He was able to run right in behind, which you don't see very often. So I think realistically, the game is probably completely different if that does happen. But overall, it was a good game. I'm happy to finally see a big game in the Prem. That was exciting.
To end off the obviously amazing game, City versus Arsenal. Arsenal legend Ian Wright had something to say after the game. He went on, I think, Instagram Live.
Damn.
And he said, and I quote, "The one thing that boiled me up properly was Haaland's coward's move. Throwing the ball at Gabby's head when he's not looking, when Gabby's back's turned to him. Real coward's move. Gabby would look him in the eyes, and that's what bothered me the most of anything else. I thought you, Haaland, were better than that." And right after that, he ended the ledge.
Yeah. I mean, sure, like he's an ex-Arsenal player. He's going to say that. But I think more people would have been complaining if he threw it right at Gabriel's face.
He did. The back of his head.
No, I'm saying if Gabriel was turned around, like looking at him, and Haaland just whipped the ball straight at his face, more people would have been mad.
I don't know, man.
That if anything, not for anything, I think that's more disrespectful.
No.
Yeah, it is, dude.
At least he has a chance to.
Someone throwing the ball straight at your face, that's way more disrespectful.
Yeah, he did throw it at his face, the back of his face.
Dude, that's his head.
This guy's at the back of his
Back of his head, sorry.
Right in your face, dude. That's more disrespectful.
Man, the guy just got scored on. He's just like sad, and then he's just bam on the back of the head.
I think it's cowardly, man.
Yeah, I think it's cowardly. And then he goes and bulldozes his party. That was crazy.
I think it's cowardly,
He
man.
ran right at him.
I think it's very cowardly, man. Like I said earlier, you're not giving a guy a chance to react. You're throwing at him at a weak, vulnerable moment, and it's cowardly in my book.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the Arsenal players do about it next game.
Yeah,
we'll see if they're gonna stick up for their players. They use
Probably
this
not.
as, a team building, exercise, so to say. And they got to rally. They got to rally behind their team. They got to build camaraderie, and they got to take it to the next team they play. Right? I want to see them score 7 goals this weekend.
Jeez.
7.
7, yeah.
They're not Barca, man.
I want them to prove a point. Score 7 goals.
They're not Barca, bro.
I got one last thing. Do you guys see what Bernardo Silva said on the difference between City's matches against Liverpool and Arsenal?
No.
I heard something about it.
So he said, perhaps because Liverpool has already won the PL and Arsenal hasn't, Liverpool at that time had also won a UCL while Arsenal hasn't. Liverpool always faces head-on to win matches. From that perspective, our games against Arsenal haven't been like the matches against Liverpool were and still are. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, he's
Throwing shade, man.
speaking facts.
I also think it's mind games too. Man City have been playing mind games with Arsenal for so long now. You have half of Man City's players saying that Declan Rice is like their favorite midfielder, so that's gonna gas him up. That's gonna gas the fans up. So they're toying with Arsenal, man, and Arsenal just letting it happen to them. City have them on a string, and Arsenal have no business wanting to even cut that string.
It's Pep's tactics, man.
I thought they should know them by now.
That's true.
They should be going the other way as well. They should have some media days with us, throwing some shade,
Yeah?
Maybe next time we'll get our boy Trossard. Hey, come on. What are you going to say about City now? Who knows? But also this weekend we had your boys Barca. Tell us a little bit about it, man.
What do you want us to tell about it?
I don't know. You guys had something to say.
What else do I have to say? It's the usual. Every game it's the usual. Lamine Yamal, the 17-year-old, is always balling out. And against one of a really top team. I think the top 4 right now.
Yeah, they were top 4.
We made it look like easy work. But unfortunately, Ter Stegen getting injured.
Yeah,
He's
tough.
out for the whole season.
Whole season, bro.
This guy was waiting for that, man.
Not an injury, but you know, maybe him not in net. You know,
So now with him not in net, is Barca still going to be the same?
the same in what way?
Are they going to be just as good as they are right now?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, the way that Flick has like the system set up and whatnot, bro. If you looked at their back line against Villarreal, who they won 5-1 away, they had Gerard Martin, Inigo Martinez, Sergi Dominguez, Koundé, and then Garcia and Casita, Garcia and Pedri pivot, bro. Like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of teens.
That was a weak line.
Garcia in a pivot, like, come on.
Sometimes,
And yet Hansi's still cooking with these guys.
yeah, but sometimes defenders play better when they have someone they could trust behind them. But I know he's been in a little bit of bad form, but it's still Ter Stegen at the end of the day.
I have no qualms with Ter Stegen. I liked what he had to offer. Obviously, he made mistakes. We saw him make a huge mistake in the UCL. But he has those moments too, those brilliant moments where he's saving us hard. And now we have who? Peña?
Yeah, Daniel.
Or someone else that we have to look to get now. And it's different because, yeah, he might have those instances where but at least he had the morale and he had that chemistry with the players. Now we're going to go for someone completely new. Who knows?
And like just last year, was he not goalie of the year in the La Liga?
Yeah.
Year or two ago, yeah.
Probably would have been him last year. Yeah.
I like Ter Stegen. He doesn't like Ter Stegen.
It's finished, bro. They should have been moved on from him.
Ter finished, huh?
They're standing, bro. They're everything, bro. But
then Lamine Yamal with that beautiful. You guys see that?
No, I didn't.
The outside foot, little
Trivela, bro.
Trivela, right for Rafinha to just tap
finish,
it
nah,
in.
the finish was nasty.
The finish was
too, bro.
nasty, but dude, that ball was. That guy had me feeling ways, man. Lamine Yamal legit has me feeling ways. Every time I see him, my stomach I just get butterflies.
Nah, bro. He's like one of those players like where you gotta tune in to watch just for
Yeah.
him, bro.
Yeah, seriously. You know what? Like, it's crazy. I've seen a lot of Lamine Yamal jerseys here in
Yeah,
Toronto.
really.
We saw one that night
Yeah.
on Saturday.
I've
We
seen
saw
them
a
everywhere,
Lamine Yamal
man.
jersey.
Even in Greece, man, they love Lamine Yamal out there,
Bro.
man, by the beach. Everyone's got the Yamal kits on.
Crazy.
He's one of those players. I think he came in at the right time. Barca fans were just looking for something to cheer for, looking for a player to really look up to and guide their team. They haven't had one since Messi left, in my opinion. And I think Yamal's that guy. He's been performing consistently, I think, is the biggest thing. It's not just like, a spark here, a flash here, injury, comes back, scores a goal. It's every single game he's contributing. Champions League, La Liga, Spain, everything. And I think it's so impressive. And definitely for me, probably top 5 player in the world right now. I would definitely say at this moment, I think he's easily top 5 in the world. Maybe even top 3, depending who you're talking to. But yeah, it's phenomenal, the performances he's been putting on.
Yeah, he's got 8 GA so far in the league.
Yeah, he's balling out.
5 assists, 3 goals. I think he has a goal in the Euros. Euros in the Champions League as well.
Yeah.
He's just been balling, man.
I want to talk about Real Madrid. I think that's enough Barca talk for now.
I have
Yeah,
one more
man.
thing to
Okay,
say.
go after Jay. That's it for
I
Barca.
got one more thing to say.
Cutting
Relax,
it.
relax, bud.
Do you guys think goalkeepers should be captains?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I think I have a problem with it.
What's the problem here,
What's the
man?
problem, man?
I don't think your captain should be anyone other than an outfield player.
He is an outfield player.
No, he's not. And a goalkeeper?
Yeah, he could be.
I think I know what
No.
you're saying.
Go ahead.
I agree with you. I think especially now with the new kind of rules that have come in where, only the captain can speak to the ref. I think now it makes sense more than ever to not have your goalie as a captain.
Very
sure,
true.
it's always good because, they're there, they can be very vocal, but it's also pretty tough for them to be, vocal for the whole team. You know what I mean? You really got to be shouting to get the attackers to get your attention. It's also hard, I think, for the gaff to communicate back to the keeper too, right? Where I think if it's like a midfielder or even let's say a center back, usually I think it has to be someone kind of in the spine of the pitch, like a center back, midfielder. I think those are usually the kind of players that you want to be in the captain's role because obviously one, they can communicate with the whole team easily, but two, something happens with the ref, you got to be able to have your guy there quick to be able to communicate. If you're a keeper, something happens on the other side of the field, the 18-yard box, where your keeper is running across the pitch to
You've
make
seen
a
it.
claim for a penalty.
And then they're playing a quick.
It's not ideal,
play.
right? It's definitely tricky. So I think now more than ever, I think you're not going to see many goalie captains.
I can see where you're coming from, But at the end of the day, the goalie is the one player that can see the whole pitch. He sees everything on the pitch. So an example of Juve's Buffon, I would say he's one of the best captains that I've seen play. Neuer, great captain. He's a fake goalie though, but like super keeper.
Casillas.
Like these goalies, they need to be captains of their team. They're captains in the change room, and they got to be on the field. Like you're gonna have a captain in Buffon and then not give him the captain ban. It's kind of wild.
Nowadays, I think you would because of that rule. Just because of that rule alone. I'm not saying they can't be a leader in the locker room. I'm not saying they can't be part of a team council, whatever the case may be. I think nowadays with that rule, it's really tough to have a goalie. And also nowadays, not for anything, like I can't really think of too many keepers that I'd pin to be my captain. If I'm looking at most of the big teams in the world right now, there's probably not one team where I say that keeper needs to be the captain of that team.
It's different now, yeah.
Right? Maybe other than Bayern with Neuer, there's not really any of the teams I'm looking at. Like, the keeper needs to be their captain. Can't really name any, to be completely honest with you.
You're not wrong. I agree with you as well on that point.
Goalies
There's
are built a
no
little
keeper
bit
right
different.
now that deserves to be a captain. Making it an outfielder.
Yeah, goalies aren't.
Neuer
the same
was
as
the
they
last
were.
breed.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think a keeper should be a captain.
Like not allowed.
Is it for the reason he said, or you just?
That's a good reason.
But like, what was your reason? What was your exact reasoning?
Yeah, like they're not within the play. They also train in a whole different section of the training ground. Like goalkeepers have their own training. They're not even aligned with the team. Obviously, you have your full group sessions. Obviously, they're like in the know of what's going on, but they're training on their own too. They're training with the other goalies, goalie union, right? So I think a captain should most of the time either be like a midfielder, a nice little regista, or
Striker?
some kind of center back.
Really, no forward then.
Yeah, that's cool too, but I just think definitely not a keeper. No, I don't want my keeper being captain, especially like a non-vocal keeper. That's the worst. That's just ridiculous. But your keeper's always going to be vocal. Like, for example, when there's corners, like, of course he's going to be talking, aligning his box, getting a guy in the post. But besides that, most at the top level, you're playing in 40K stadiums, 60K stadiums. Your striker won't be able to hear you if you're a goalie. Your wingers won't be able to hear you if you're a goalie. So it's not enough.
What does your captain goalie have to say to your striker? What does your goalie have to be screaming to your striker? The other players around him should be doing that, man.
That's another good point too. I guess besides obviously like mentality, leadership, like what is a goalie offering in terms of advice for their striker? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what's the center back offering advice for?
They're playing on the pitch, so they're part of the movement of the game. The defenders are moving with the attackers are moving with the defenders.
Yeah, I think center backs nowadays they play a very crucial part in the game, especially with the way they play the ball. A lot of times you're seeing center backs that literally are playing through balls to the striker, right? So you could be barking at your striker saying, make your run here, make your run there, do that. So no, I definitely agree. I don't think they shouldn't be allowed to be the captain because I think that's just weird. But I think like it just doesn't make sense. It's just not practical to have a goalie as your captain anymore.
Last thought. Sorry about the Barca game. Rafinha was captain, man.
To the Barca game.
Bro, he loves the club, man.
Rafinha was
your
captain.
He loves the club, bro.
I didn't expect him to be second in command.
I did.
I did, bro.
Really?
Yeah, man.
The locker room loves him, and he's a leader, and he fights for his teammates.
I am seeing that more though. Like
And
he really loves it.
And he die on the pitch too, bro.
And he's consistent.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me, man.
Bro, like his wife said, like when he first got signed for Barca, like he was wearing that shirt at home all day, bro. And like when he had that captain's arm coming off after the game, he went home with that too, bro.
Oh yeah. What about Pedri? Do you guys don't think that he should be involved in the captaincy?
Still kind of young, but he could definitely be up there for sure. But I think I consider Gavi ahead of Pedri, to be honest.
Really?
Because Gavi's more
As captain.
over Pedri, yeah. Because
that's
Gavi's
true.
more
Yeah,
so of a
I
leader,
agree
I
too.
see.
Really?
I agree there.
Yeah.
I agree there.
That's interesting to me.
Dude, Gavi screams at everyone.
Yeah, but he's also like a little reckless. Like he kind of
Okay,
dives into
from
a lot
that-
of
okay, I
challenges.
understand.
And, like I don't really think like I think Pedri is maybe a better option because dude, he's calm, he's composed.
That's true, too.
I think he's the kind of guy you want because one, he dictates the game, he controls the game, but he can also keep the players calm, especially for a team like Barca. I don't think you'd want a player like Gavi who's going around like making reckless challenges, diving in as your captain.
I don't think either of those guys are captains. To
I
be
think
honest.
Pedri is.
I don't think he is.
Pedri's got captain in him in the future.
No.
I think just because the way he controls the game, right? He controls the game very well. And I think your captain sometimes, like, maybe if he's not a vocal leader, but he does his leading, with his feet. Right?
A captain has to play the games.
So does Pedri. Pedri plays the games.
I'm saying a captain has to play the games. They're not always. They're injured half the time.
Ooh.
Pedri and Gavi.
No, recently Pedri's been.
Yeah, for now.
Hey, look, call me an old head, but I hate non-vocal captains.
Really?
I need my captain yelling at his players, like being vocal, being the guy that's getting into challenges, fighting for his teammates, being the first one to the referee, the first one to pick up their teammate when they're down, the first one to defend their teammate from absolute buffoons.
Bruh, one of the best player in Barcelona history was non-vocal.
Who?
Messi.
Okay.
He was our captain. He was never.
Yeah.
He was so unvocal.
He's not the best captain.
Okay, what did I say? What did I?
Yeah.
No,
not the best captain. No, I'm saying best player.
I'm not talking about best friend. I'm talking about captain.
Best captain
Like a
of the
Carlos
team.
Puyol.
Yeah, Puyol
I know
was the
100%,
best
but I'm
captain.
saying like our best player at Barca that was captain was non-vocal.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like.
It's different.
I feel like that's a thing.
But that's what Jay was saying. Like he shows it on the field.
I feel like that's
people
something
follow.
with modern football where like they're just giving the best player the captaincy these days, especially on the international scene. I feel like every international team, the best player is the captain these
whoever
days.
plays on the biggest team.
Yeah, instead of like a Roy Keane who's a captain with a team full of Beckhams and Scholeses and Rooneys and Ronaldos.
I
You know,
rate that.
Yeah, I guess in some instances, but I can see a reason why they do that. But
ego.
no, I think like let's say for example, if you're looking at Canada, right? Like if you're looking at Alphonso Davies as the captain, one you might think
That's
because
true.
he's the best player, but I also think it's because he's probably experienced the most, right? The most high level matches, the most high pressure games. He's also been surrounded by probably better leaders, better coaches. So I think you want them to kind of instill that mentality, those learnings on to the rest of the players, right? It's tricky, but I don't know. I don't mind a non-vocal captain.
I disagree.
That's all I gotta say.
No, I need a vocal captain. Especially being a Juve fan, we always have a vocal captain.
Yeah, but you guys don't have a lot of talent though. So
Yo, chill, bro.
from
It's
you,
a
man.
friendly pod.
I'm just saying, lately, until this season.
But I said always had a
until
vocal
this season,
captain.
they haven't really had.
Wait, who is your captain right now?
It's Gatti. He's vocal.
That's what I'm saying.
Bruh, what the?
Bro, you saying
Gatti's your. Who the hell is that?
See, that's where
Bro,
something
who
like-
is he?
That's
The fact-
something
the
where like
fact
yes.
that-
Bro, I actually have no idea who he is.
No. The fact that you're saying you don't know who he is means you have absolute zero ball knowledge.
Who the hell is Gatti?
Absolute zero ball.
Am I, I'm sorry.
Bro,
Am
he
I
has
supposed to
zero-
know who Gatti is?
Yes.
What?
Yes, you should.
Is he the next star or something?
No, you should know who Gatti is.
No, how should I know who Gatti
Bro,
is?
no
No,
ball
At
knowledge,
the end of the
man.
day,
a person that watches the Prem doesn't know who Gatti is.
That's
You know who
a
Gatti
that's a
is.
key thing. I do want a vocal captain, but my captain also has to be good.
He is good.
Who the hell is Gatti?
The fact that you guys are saying he's not good, no
Where'd he
ball
come
knowledge.
from?
No ball knowledge. Watch different leagues, man.
Is he your best defender?
Not best defender, but
Second best.
he's up there. He's
Second best?
How old is he?
He's not your second best.
Who's our second best?
Probably Danilo.
Oh yeah, Dylan hasn't played a game this season.
Doesn't mean he's not better than him.
He's not.
He's better than Gatti.
All right,
How old is
buddy.
Gatti?
He's better than
26.
Gatti.
Yeah, he's better than God.
Where did he come from?
Dude, weren't you just saying Danilo's like one of your best players last
I
season?
said he was one. Yeah, last season. Is it last season?
Dude, it's been like 4 games. He doesn't forget how to play football.
Is this Gatti's
it's been like
first
10
season?
games.
Is this Gatti's first season in Juve?
No.
Are you
I think it's
lost?
third.
Bro, I don't know who he
Dude,
is.
don't you remember last season when he scored that comical own goal?
Bro,
When he passed
that
back
was
to
Gatti? I thought that was someone else.
No, it was Gatti.
Bro,
He
no,
was a bricklayer,
no
like,
ball
2 years
knowledge.
Bro, exactly. He was a brick. He just said he's a brick 2 years ago.
He was
Now he's
not-
your captain.
He's
Maybe
not a
4,
bricklayer,
maybe like
but
4.
whatever.
Okay, I do think a captain should be a top 5 player on your team, especially like he's not a top 2
As a-
center back on the team.
He is a top 2
I
center.
can't
back.
talk.
If this
No.
guy's saying that Danilo is, he has no idea what's going on at Juve.
Nah.
Better defender, I'd say.
Yeah,
I like the.
What-
I
what do you
agree
do
with the
then?
talking. I
What do
agree
you
with
do?
Jay 100%. I agree
you're
that-
lost.
No, I agree. Your player, the captain has to talk a lot, but it doesn't. He also has to have talents, man.
Yeah, because you're lost. You don't know who Gatti
He's
is.
the top 5 player in your team.
Bro, I guarantee
he a top 5
Gatti's
player
better
in
than
your
half your team on half your defenders. You throw Gatti, bro. You throw Gatti onto Barca, you're better than half those guys.
Don't just
Half those guys kind of crazy, bro.
You can't even put those.
Who's better?
Everyone. Kubarsi's better than him.
Kubarsi is the only one.
What about
Kubarsi,
Araujo?
That guy's not good.
Bro, I'll take.
Bro, you can't make a pass.
I'll take Inigo Martinez over him.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, well,
This season?
That,
Martinez-
The
He's been
only
nasty
one
this
is
season.
Kubarsi.
no.
Yes.
What about
Kunde?
Christensen?
Kunde Christensen. I'm taking all those
I would
guys.
say he's on par.
Come on.
Crazy.
Bro, you haven't watched one Juve game this
Yeah, I
year.
have. I watched plenty of Juve.
Which game?
Plenty. Dude.
Which one?
I watched all of them, bro.
Which one?
Napoli game I watched with you in the car.
Okay, which
We were
one?
together watching.
You had the phone over your shoulder, so you didn't watch
I was
it.
watching it like this, bro.
No, you weren't. Your head was straight.
Guys,
buddy.
catching
It
feels,
was
man.
enough to see. It was enough
Bro,
to
you
see.
did not watch
Faz
1 minute of the
catching
game.
feels because we're making fun of his
This guy didn't watch
captain.
1 minute of the game.
It was enough to see.
He didn't watch any games this season, and he's gonna say Gatti sucks. This
I'm not
guy,
saying Gatti sucks.
this guy has no idea who Gatti is. He's gonna say Gatti
Yeah,
sucks.
and he's your captain.
Imagine staying quiet over there, but that's
He
fine.
starts for Italy, right?
I feel like
He starts for Italy now because he's actually talented.
Wait, who starts for Italy?
Gatti.
Really?
Yes.
Man, when
There
did
you
he
go.
start?
No ball knowledge.
Wait.
Jay-
What position?
Center back.
Over Bastoni
It's
and
him and
Calafiori?
Bastoni. Calafiori was injured, but he's probably gonna play. Like,
I'd probably put a Cherby over.
so. Is
Gatti
Gatti
too.
starting for Italy
Yes.
He wants
over?
to be
If everyone's
Wait,
healthy,
when did he start?
Most likely.
everyone's
last
healthy,
international
he's
break.
playing over
Oh, that was
Bastoni and
that was
Calafiori.
a friendly.
They were still playing the strongest lineup.
I wouldn't put Gatti in the best 11 for Italy.
He's right-footed.
He realistically might make the best 11
Because he's
for-
right-footed. That's the only reason.
Right-footed.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason.
If Calafiori was right-footed or if Bastoni was right-footed, they're both starting.
They'll probably still.
Give
both
me a
start.
Cherby on.
You know that Calafiori could play left back too, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah,
you
he's
had to
not
have a
gonna
left
start
back.
with
They have DiMarco.
Bro, they're gonna play
Okay,
three at the back.
Okay, so let me ask this. Let me ask this.
Everyone's lost.
We're talking about Gatti. There's a consensus here who thinks he's a trash player.
No, trash is.
Okay, there's a
extreme.
consensus here.
Trash is extreme.
There's a consensus here who thinks he's an average player. So
Above average.
who's a footballer that you guys think like slipped through the cracks and maybe shouldn't be playing at the highest level?
Damn.
Slip through the crack.
Dave's not gonna know him.
Not for like I think like. That's like a crazy like segue from talking about Gatti. I think Gatti deserves to be playing at the highest level. Well, let's just make that clear. No, that's a disrespectful segue. I think.
No, that's funny.
Okay, so
I think
who's
Gatti deserves to be playing at the highest level. But to answer your question, player who slipped through the cracks that doesn't deserve to be playing at the highest level.
like there's got to be a player on your guys' mind who you just genuinely think is not good, and you're just like, wow.
Like on our teams personally.
It could be on your teams, it could be on other teams, but I'm sure there's a guy who you just genuinely think like, wow, like this guy does nothing for me. Like he's not. I don't think he's good.
That's Miguel Garcia.
No,
Yeah.
Garcia is talented, bro.
Especially when he first signed for Barca, that was me with Garcia.
I was like that with
Academy
Garcia too.
player too, no?
Huh?
Wasn't he an academy player?
So what? What? There's so many failed Barca Academy
He's
players.
got talent though.
No, he doesn't.
Oh man, come on.
He might be the worst Barca talent I've ever seen.
Seriously,
He
dude.
sucks.
Come on, man.
That guy
I'm
sucks.
sorry. That's where I
He's
agree.
just
with
playing because he
Spade.
had no one else.
Played well for Girona all last season. But
Yeah, but that's a
You
different,
don't
that's a
know,
different
no one
system.
wants to talk about that.
He did, bro.
Different system, man.
It's talent in my books.
Who else though?
I mean,
hard to-
say I lack ball knowledge, but especially these days, man. Sometimes I watch him play. I'm like, man,
Garcia?
Jack Grealish.
Oh. No.
Whoa!
Sometimes I watch him play these days, and it's like he gets the ball, he takes that little slow dribble up, acts like he's gonna take on the player, stops, and passes it back. And
He's just playing his role, bro.
I don't. Okay, I get role players, but I don't. A winger role player is crazy to me. Like, wingers gotta take on players and get past men.
no,
for
I
me.
understand.
Welcome to City.
Well, another
Yeah, it's welcome to Pep Guardiola.
another winger like world player who I don't think should be playing, Adama Traore.
No.
Dude,
good.
no, he's
Dude,
not. He's
Nah,
just pacey and strong.
yeah, that's true, bro.
he's just
That's
pacey and
true.
strong. He has nothing else to give.
What else does he need?
He has like 0.1% like genetics, bro. Like
Yeah.
crazy genetics, but he can't play football, bro.
He can't play football. I'm
But dude,
sorry.
that's enough to get you by.
That shouldn't though. Like this guy should. You should have more than that.
Dude, he can finish.
No, finish what, bro? Finish what?
His dinner, maybe.
Finish his deadlift? Like, what do you mean?
He's got a pretty
Finish
good. He's got a pretty
what?
good final ball.
No, he doesn't, bro.
The only moment I remember from him was when he bodied fucking what's his name?
I guess he can't remember.
remember.
Man City left back. Can't speak about him now.
Guardiola?
No,
Zinchenko?
Mendy?
Mendy.
Why can't you speak on? He's
Body
playing again.
Mendy. He's playing
I
again,
don't
right?
remember that,
Oh,
but
yeah.
dude, a player like Charo, dude, you put the ball over the top, you put the ball through.
And he's doing nothing with it. He's kicking it out or he's
chasing it
passing to
down,
no
and
one.
You know what? He's sometimes creating a chance where other players can't create a chance. It's gonna sound crazy, but it's the same as having like a 10 who can pick out a pass that nobody else can. It's the same thing.
Nah, I don't
It
know
is.
about that, bro.
What?
I don't
Bro,
know
think
about
about
that.
it, bro.
You're calling him very
One is
unique.
talent versus one just being genetics.
Yeah.
Dude, if anything, it's harder to have the genetics than it is to have the talent.
Well, yeah, because genetics are
Think about that, dude.
birth.
So if you have like a genetic rarity of a player, right? You're gonna play him. You're gonna take advantage of his skill.
So every guy that's fast and is big should be playing football.
No, There has to be a certain level of talent to get there. Look at Usain Bolt.
Would
can't
you
play
rather have
football.
someone on your team that can just ping an amazing pass?
Depends on their position. I know your question. It depends on the position. If I have a winger, right? Sometimes maybe I want an Adeyemi. Maybe I want someone that can burn everybody for pace. Because it's gonna work, dude. If I'm playing counterattacking, why would I not want to have?
But a lot of these times when these burn players for pace, they do nothing with it at the end.
But sometimes they do. And if you're
And
playing
once in a
for
blue moon.
a mid to lower level team, right? That player with pace can be the difference between you winning points and not winning points.
But Adama Traore is not winning any points for his teams, bro.
Come on.
Where does he play right now? He
Fulham.
ain't doing nothing, bro.
Fulham.
He ain't doing nothing.
First game of the season, I think he did something.
Oh, what?
game
He
this
beat his man, went to the byline, hit a crossover that went out of bounds?
You got an assist or two.
I
You
don't
got
know,
an
bro.
assist. Let me double check. I'll get back to you on that, though.
Don't kill
I don't know, bro.
Pan the camera off. I'm going to get back to you.
Honestly, can't think of any, to be honest. I don't know.
That's okay.
There probably
question.
is like a lot. Like I would say like Jesse Lingard back in the day, but he's
What?
Nah,
playing
Bro, Lingard
Lingard.
was talented. He was
Yeah.
banging goals from 40.
I think he was overrated.
Okay, maybe.
He just
but
had a nice dance.
he had bangers from 40. 30 even.
That's a good question for the people watching in the comments. Let us know who you got.
I'm back.
Jimmy's back
I'm
from
back.
commercial break.
Man, look at this here. We're talking about this. Dude, a goal and 2 assists this season in 6 games.
Damn,
Traore.
for Fulham.
Not for anything, man.
Little purple patch?
Not purple patch, man. That's what you call talent right there.
I don't know, bro.
That's what you got talent.
Fulham's just been decent.
Yeah, Fulham's decent, man. At the end of the day, sometimes you need that genetic player that can kind of squeak through.
All
You
right.
don't make it this far without having a little bit of talent.
Oh, I got mine actually. Bentancur.
Oh my God.
Sucks. He makes more passes to the other team than his home team, and he still plays games. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it's like it's got to be like one of those midfielders that can't really like. They're not quick. They're not really techie. They can't pass.
And they just pass back to the
They
defenders.
don't really defend very well either. Like I'm sure there's like a handful of them. I can't really think of any other ones right now, off the top of my head.
Bentancur's not one of those guys that pass it back. He tries going for the most difficult pass ever, and it just
Doesn't
happens like a
come off.
counterattack, and they end up scoring. Then you hate him. That's what happens.
I also gotta say, sometimes I watch Moise Keane play,
Ooh, that's
and
a good
it's
one
like,
actually
bro,
too.
I've never seen him do anything.
Bro, he's been scoring every game this season.
Yeah,
Ow.
he's been playing well.
He's
for
not
sure.
catching my eye, that's for sure.
Just like
You
Gatti's
guys
not
don't watch
catching
it,
my
yeah,
eye.
that's why.
Gatti ain't catching my eye either, bro.
They got these strays are crazy.
You were part of it.
Huh?
Yeah,
part
you're
of it.
part of it.
I
bro.
started a little bit.
You started
And
it,
then you
yeah.
backtrack.
I started a little
No,
bit.
because he realized that I started saying, "Oh, he's started Philly. He's been one of the best players in the
No,
city." Yeah,
okay, no.
they have no goals against this season.
Some of the stuff, okay, both you guys were in the wrong there. Some of the stuff that they were saying, like not knowing Gatti, that's kind of outlandish. Like, you should know. Who
Well,
Gatti
hold on.
is.
Who's they? Who's they?
they?
I don't know who Gatti is.
But then
bro.
some of the stuff that you were saying was outlandish too.
What?
That he was like, he'd be like the best defender on Barca.
I didn't say the
or
best.
Second best defender on Barca.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yes,
Nah, I don't know about
That's
that.
not true.
bro. Araujo sucks. Christensen, I think, is.
Stop.
Araujo on
bro,
a bad day is
stop.
better than Gatti. Come on, man.
Yeah, okay.
Blind Araujo's better.
Bro, injured Araujo right now is better,
He's on
bro.
a center back. Don't give me center back.
I'd rather play, to be honest, if I
No,
had to
you
play a
wouldn't.
game
No, you
tomorrow,
wouldn't.
I'd play Koundé at center
No,
back
you
over
wouldn't.
Gatti.
Yeah.
Barca had their worst performances when Koundé was at center back. Until they put him back at right back, they were not good.
Chavi tax, bro.
If I had a game
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Doesn't matter.
I'll play
If-
Koundé
then you're
center
losing.
back.
What did we get Koundé in the beginning? He was playing center back for
Yeah,
Sevilla.
He was good at Sevilla.
No, he
Yeah.
wasn't. He was playing right back.
Nah.
Sevilla?
Oh, Sevilla. I said. I
I'm
thought you
saying.
were talking about Barca.
I'm saying Sevilla. We got him to play center back, but then
He started
worked
off
out at
right back for you guys.
yeah, we worked out as a right back, and now
He
he's
was
nasty.
good as a right back. Then you guys decided to put him as center back. Trash. Then went
He
back
was
to
the
his
center
right
back at Sevilla. You expect him to be good?
He wasn't good though.
Nah, he was good.
He was good. Come on, bro.
Yeah, at Sevilla, not at Barca.
Different
Nah.
system.
Different system. Now he plays right back. People switch, bro.
Okay, but you can't compare a right back to a center back.
Oh yeah, you can.
Gatti at center back is better than Koundé at center back.
I don't know, bro.
You can't just say that because he's a Barca player.
I don't know.
It's fact.
I don't know.
Fact.
It's fact.
Fact.
100% fact.
Bro, where's these facts, bro? Where'd you get your sources from?
Put a poll on Instagram right now.
That's dangerous. I'm gonna put the poll up.
Either
No,
you,
but it has to be on at center back.
Yeah, I'm gonna,
yeah. You know how many people hate Juve in our
I know. Everyone's just gonna go against Juve. It's so stupid.
no, but then you also have a lot of Juve lovers, so I think
That's
it
true.
Yeah, what
balances out.
6? But
Nah.
okay, I want to get to this thing about Real Madrid, but you guys keep going on.
Hey,
about
go,
Barca.
man. Holy, this guy's butter now.
Endrick had this foul that started outside the box. A lot of people are saying that it wasn't a penalty. A lot of people are saying that it was a penalty. Did you guys all see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Where he got fouled outside the box, but it ended up continuing on into the box and ended up getting a penalty shot. They scored. Mbappe scored it, I think.
Yeah.
Is that a penalty shot or should it have been called outside the box?
100% a penalty. Law 12 of the Fouls and Misconduct article IFAB states that if a defender starts holding an attacker outside the penalty area and continues holding inside the penalty area, the referee must award a penalty kick. Real were correctly awarded a penalty for this play.
Okay. Relax here. How long is it until you can freaking foul a guy that he feels falls in the box? That was like 10 seconds of him holding him. What? Can I hold the guy from the halfway line and if he falls in the box for some reason, it's a penalty? And second of all, bro, his feet were outside the box. So what's the foul? He fell into the box. Usually when it's a foul, it's wherever your feet are.
Yeah,
No, it's not how it is.
We've
seen fouls where the ref thought it was a penalty, looks back at it, both of his feet are behind the line, and it goes back as a free kick. Or it goes back as a thing.
I saw this thing on Twitter where it measured where the rest of his body was, and they said, oh, because more than 50% of his body was in the box, it's a penalty, but his feet were outside the box.
Exactly. So what is it now? What's the rule? Is it most of the body? Is it like a line that goes over like? I don't
know the exact rule, but in my opinion, it's not a penalty. The first initial tackle happened outside the box. That's where it should be, not where he's falling.
I don't know. Streets were saying that the ball was out at the corner flag before Endrick made that little dribble into the penalty box, but
think it was.
no one was looking at that, bro.
Then if anything, why didn't the ref look back at that? Why didn't VAR say like, oh yeah,
I'm
before
sure it
the
wasn't,
penalty
'cause
happened?
they would've
VAR drid, bro.
Hey, I don't know.
I don't think it was out, even from looking at the replays.
Things.
I don't know, man.
I do give kudos to Endrick for having the freaking strength to body that guy off. This guy's a freaking child, and this freaking big guy can't hold him. I don't know.
He's a strong
but in my
guy.
eyes, I even after all those rules, I don't think it's a penalty.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Damn, bro.
I don't like it, bro. If one foot's in there, then sure. But both feet were out, and he just
Even
fell
if
in.
a toe was in there, man.
He fell in there, man.
There wasn't even a toe in there. Like both of his feet were completely out.
Completely out.
Look, and Hundo P wasn't a penalty. It's that simple.
Bro,
It's not?
I just gave you all the rule, bro.
I
The
don't care
stupid
about
rule.
the
When was that a rule? Since
That's
when was
been a
that?
rule.
That's not a rule for me. Look, I think, the contact started way outside the box. Endrick dragged himself in through brute strength. Doesn't mean it should be a penalty. I think it's BS. I think it's Madrid. It's VAR drid. It's UEFA drid. Not a penalty in my eyes. Sorry, guys.
How many penalties for Madrid these past 6 games? Like
Dude,
5
that's
or
what-
something like
oh my
that?
God.
I think all I've been seeing is Madrid.
Dude, I just realized that. You're right, bro. Mbappe's gonna be top goal scorer because of penalties over
There's a
here.
lot of pen
I don't
goals.
think it'll be top goal scorer.
That's crazy.
How many pen goals do you have? 3?
Who, Mbappe?
Yeah, I think so.
Mbappe, yeah, I think so, yeah.
You say pen Mbappe?
That's a new one.
That's a new one. Eh?
You might
I
have
like
heard that. You might
Oh,
have heard that.
I thought you said
We
that.
just coined that, eh? So the guys watching, we coined that.
Nah.
Mbappe.
I'm sure plenty of people have said that. Like putting pen in front of a player's name is like the most common like slander.
That's very true.
Okay, but listen. Speaking of Real Madrid, Marca have just announced as of today that
Gasp.
pretty much Vini Jr. is imminent to win the Ballon d'Or.
I heard.
What are you guys' thoughts? Is it a deserved Ballon d'Or for Vini Jr.?
Oh my gosh.
Listen, man, like don't get me wrong, I love the Ballon d'Or, right? I don't know why I love it, but I don't know, man. I think game's gone if Vini Jr. is winning Ballon d'Or. Good player, don't get me wrong, but like, man, looking back at like all the other Ballon d'Or winners in the last like decade or two, most of them being Ronaldo and Messi, even Ronaldo and Messi aside, like I don't really think Vini's tying any of their boots. I know it's kind of crazy to say he's won a lot for a huge team like Madrid, but I don't know, man. It just feels weird, you know. He doesn't really do anything for me.
I mean, look, we've gone through his stats for last season many times. Yes, he was he the best player for the in Champions League?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, he was best player in Champions League, but he wasn't top goal scorer.
Did nothing for Brazil.
Did nothing for Brazil. Even for in La Liga, he wasn't. He was like very low.
Nah, he was good in the league
stats,
too, bro.
But stats, he wasn't the highest.
Nah,
He wasn't the
when
best.
Jude dropped off in the second half of the season, Vini stepped up.
Yeah, but he wasn't the best.
Who was the best?
Jude was the best.
All season? If
Jude was the best in La Liga, and he had moments in the Champions League. Yes, okay, maybe Vini had more moments, but Bellingham had moments.
I don't know.
And Bellingham did something for England. They went to the finals. He carried them too. Like there was moments where it was all because of Bellingham. Again, last minute, that goal. Where he did the bicycle. What has Vini done besides do good in Champions League? That's it.
That's what matters, apparently, bro.
Why does that matter? And then
The big moments.
And then for Messi, it's what he does for his international team that matters. So where's the correlation?
Popularity
There?
contest. We
Whatever
know
is
this.
convenient, I think.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's clear and obvious to me. Bellingham first, and then Rodri after, and then Vini.
That's
That's
crazy.
my list.
That's kind of crazy.
That's not crazy.
Say again.
For me, Bellingham, Rodri, Vini.
Bellingham first? I don't know about that, bro.
100%.
Rodri, Bellingham,
That's
Vini.
crazy coming from Dave.
And it is crazy coming from me. But Bellingham's done more for Madrid and for his country.
Okay. I'd love to hear, Jay, Matt, you guys are kind of neutral in this, right? Being Brazilian, non-Madrid fans, Madrid haters almost. What do you guys think about this, right? Obviously, you like him because he's Brazilian, doesn't really do much for Brazil, and you hate Madrid. He plays on Madrid, so you're kind of neutral-ish. Thoughts on him potentially being the Ballon d'Or winner?
I mean, like I've said before, I stopped caring about the Ballon d'Or years ago. But with that being said, I can see how you guys feel like there's a bit of a sour taste on your mouth when hearing names like these guys being considered to win the Ballon d'Or. But, bro, we've been spoiled with Messi and Ronaldo winning it for like the past 15, 20 years, bro. It's time for them to give it up and someone else has to take the throne now. Someone else has to be that leader for the Ballon d'Or.
Feels kind of mid, though.
It does, but like I said, we were spoiled for the last decade plus. It's obviously gonna feel weird now.
It's so mad. You know what? When Modric won the Ballon d'Or, I was like, ugh. I had a little bit of a distinct taste.
Distinct.
Because you've seen two guys at the
distinct.
top of their game just going back and forth, stroke for stroke,
But this
Ballon
is-
d'Ors, bro.
This is so much. This is levels. The amount of levels underneath of Modric is crazy. It's so bad. Is this the start of like an era where we're just gonna have mid?
An era of mid.
But is it really mid or is this
It's
what is
mid,
actual
man.
high quality compared
It's
to
not
what we
because
thought?
I just stated players have done more.
But have they really done more
Yes, man.
in the big
I'm
moments?
not naming things. These are facts.
But in the big moments where it
One
mattered.
big moment. What's more better? Champions League, you did it in one tournament, but then Bellingham does it in two. La Liga and with international.
I don't know, bro.
What do you mean? I don't
International.
know.
He didn't win anything international.
He went to the finals.
Didn't win.
He went
Vini
to the
didn't win anything.
finals.
What did Vini
Okay.
win?
What did
Didn't
Bellingham
win
what
either.
did Bellingham win the Champions League as well though?
Yeah, but who was more
Okay, so then
influential?
what?
Who was more influential in the Champions League?
Okay, but who then
Vini's got a final goal, no?
who was more
Vini was-
influential? Who was more influential for La Liga?
Jude.
Jude for the first half, and then
Jude
after
for-
that,
no,
he fell
For
off.
like 3/4.
Okay, but you're giving who was the best player in La Liga last season?
Streets would say Vini.
Don't
Bro, we
come
called
with me
a
with that
Madrid
shit.
fan live on air
No, man.
asking who was the better player for Madrid last season.
No
and the Madrid
way.
fan said Vinicius
That's just
Junior.
Brazilian. That's Brazilian. That's the Brazilian part of you talking right there.
Am I wrong?
I think you're wrong.
No, we call a Madrid fan asking who was the better
I
player.
don't know. I can't.
Fran
can't
did
chime
like
in.
him better, yeah.
Can't chime in.
Yeah, but do you agree? Vini was
I-
better than Bellingham last
I
season
don't
for La
think,
Liga.
no, I don't agree. I think he had more moments.
Yeah,
But
he
that's
had
what
moments.
gets you that kind of
bro.
spark.
But Bellingham, you guys are talking about someone who scores every game in the 90th minute. Those are not moments.
Yeah, but like
Bellingham has scored every single game, and that's coming from a guy who I hate Bellingham.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like the fact.
I don't know why I'm
the level
supporting
they're
him.
Glazing.
Bellingham right now is the glazing.
Bro, but this guy scored wonder goals every moment Madrid needed him to
Wonder
score.
goals is a little extreme.
No, he
You
has.
were
He
calling them
scored
captains
banger
last
goals.
week, man.
I do think Jude should finish higher than Vini, and I do think Rodri should be higher than Vini.
So why is Vini winning it then?
It's PR, man.
PR.
He made so many friends. I
Jude
feel
doesn't
like,
have PR?
No, I feel like
Jude's a
Vini,
PR merchant.
Vini has been to so many parties and all this stuff.
White
He made
parties,
so
eh?
many.
Okay, now you're just walking.
Bro, we
Did he-
see
Nah,
it.
you doing too much,
He
bro.
went to a white shirt party.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He got
was,
invited. He didn't go.
he was there.
No,
He went last year, I'm pretty sure.
He wasn't, bro.
No, he wasn't.
He didn't go this year because of the conflicts that were happening.
He wasn't.
Ah, well, there was a tournament going on.
Yeah,
Copa
yeah,
America,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, he's a Copa America.
He made friends.
See, that's why he
I'm
didn't
sure
go.
Bellingham got invited too.
Yeah, definitely he was there.
He made a lot of good contacts.
So did Bellingham, bro. This guy's a PR merchant.
Yeah, who Kim Kardashian? That doesn't count.
What?
No, I
Yo,
think it's like
bugging.
I think it's one of those things where it's like when in doubt, give it to an attacker, right?
I agree
I
with
think
that. Yeah, that's true.
kind of maybe what the situation is. Like let's be real. Like if France won the Euro, Mbappe's winning it. You know, if one or two goals go differently in the season, right, you're probably getting a different winner. right? That's just the way it is, right? If England won, right, I'm sure Harry Kane's winning it, right? So I think it's very interesting how you can, the way you can look at it. But I don't know. If there's gonna be a winner, to be honest, like if any of those 3 players would have won it, like my skirt wouldn't have really been blown up, right?
No, I think Rodri deserved it.
Maybe deserved it, but like I'm not getting excited about like a Rodri winning Ballon d'Or.
I agree.
Not getting me excited. Same thing with Bellingham. Could care less.
But see, look, this is the reason why midfielders and defenders don't win.
Why?
Because look, we don't care. They don't blow my skirt up because they don't score goals.
What do you mean? Bellingham scored so many goals. That's Bellingham scoring goals.
Okay, I'm talking about Rodri. I'm talking about Rodri. Rodri being the best midfielder in the world, being the best player at the Euro, being the best player in the Premier last year.
He wasn't even the best player in the Premier. Did win the trophy?
Bro, he was undefeated in the Premier League last year.
Who won the trophy for best player in the league?
That doesn't matter. That's another reason.
Sure
That's another reason reason midfielders should be winning more trophies.
Why?
Because they don't get enough credit. Man City without Rodri did not win
They won the league last year.
because of Rodri. Every game without Rodri, they lost.
Small sample size.
Yeah, small sample size. Yeah,
Small sample size.
this guy's a
Small sample size and no adequate replacement.
Atalanta.
I agree
got
with
Gundogan
I agree
now.
I agree with
Gundogan can slide in
Spatty.
the
I agree with Spatty a bit. Like, what else do midfielders have to do now?
Dude,
What else do they have to do?
I didn't mind when Modric
If a
won.
Vinny's winning because of, I guess, aura and because he's an attacker, what else? What do midfielders and defenders have to do to win this Ballon d'Or now? It's like it's impossible now.
You have to
It's
be.
always
You
attackers.
have to be like levels above.
Bellingham showed levels above any other midfielder last season.
Man, you weren't saying this like 2 months.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He was a midfielder.
It's because
bro.
now he's woke.
No, it's because sometimes some players
Bro.
do their flowers.
Last month we had this conversation. You didn't even admit that Bellingham was a midfielder,
Yeah, but he is. Statistically,
You
he,
even
in the
admit that he
books,
was
he's
a
a midfielder.
and now all of a sudden midfielders aren't getting respect.
Crazy.
I was talking more about Rodri, but Jude does deserve more. I mean, he's gonna be a top 3 probably. He should be top 3 no matter what. I think Rodri's getting disrespected though. He has
Midfielders in general.
big game winning goals. And I already made the list before. I'm not gonna go over it again. But
I mean, it's not given out yet. This is just like
it's gonna
No,
be Vini,
it's just
man.
it's, for them to be saying that, like it's. What, they're gonna pull a 180 on us? Like,
Whoa.
this is not last season.
that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, Jay, what do you think about
Imagine
that?
Messi wins it again.
About what?
Messi wasn't even.
What we're
on.
talking about.
Look, I love watching Vini Jr. play. I think he's electrifying. Like his style of play, he's so quick, he's rapid, quick movements, but I think he's so mid.
Yeah.
Like I'm taking Rodrigo over him. I'm taking prime Felipe Coutinho over Vini Jr. On God.
Where'd that come from? You pulled that out. From
Yeah.
deep, bro.
On God. I'm taking prime Coutinho over Vini Jr. I think he's a better footballer.
Bugging, bro. You bugging.
I think he's a better
That's wild.
footballer.
Bugging. Better at what?
I also think Lamine Yamal is a better footballer.
And look,
Yes.
I look, when we talk about guys who maybe don't win trophies or who don't perform for their national teams, it's maybe because they're on trash national teams, like Erling Haaland. He plays for a trash Norway. You know, I don't know anyone else who plays for like Gareth Bale. Even Gareth Bale for Wales, bro.
Carry.
Like,
Yeah.
give Gareth Bale his flowers.
Brought him to
bro.
tournaments, man.
What he did for
That's
Wales.
crazy.
And he did big things for Madrid in some of those seasons too, right?
Yes.
He was scoring massive goals for Madrid and doing big things for Wales.
Give Gareth Bale his flowers. I'm taking prime Gareth Bale over
Sometimes
Vini
you
Jr.
get an
100%.
invite, right?
I'm
But
taking
yeah, but now obviously we're going like through history. It's kind of tough to compare, you know, Vini Jr.
Like-
I guess Vini Jr. is unfortunately just like, you know, maybe the easiest option to justify given what's available, right? And is that right? I guess like it's because you have to give the trophy to someone. But honestly, like call me crazy, like I wouldn't be mad if they just like skipped the Ballon d'Or.
That's not gonna
You
happen.
know, I know they're not gonna. I know it's not gonna happen.
Like
but,
Lewa?
I wouldn't have been like upset if
It don't work like that, bro.
I think
You know what? Like, there's not really like a justified winner this year. Let's try again next year.
Nah, you know,
Nah,
again.
that'd be crazy, bro. Nah, that'd be crazy racism, bro.
Try
you know
again
what?
next year, man.
Oh, Vinny would go crazy about racism if that didn't happen.
Try again next year.
But
That's
you
crazy.
know what would be you know what would be oh my gosh, I would love this. You know they go, you know what? Lewandowski, you didn't get yours because, you know, COVID.
Nah, okay, you stop.
This year we'll give it to you because, you know, you kind of deserve it. That would be I would
What did he
I
do
would love
last
that.
year? You didn't do anything last year.
No, I'm
You
saying, you know,
deserve
to go because you didn't get it when we didn't give it out that year.
it. Nah,
This year, because, you know, out of
Consolation.
no reason, we're gonna give it to you.
nah,
this
that'd
one.
be weird.
That's
I would
crazy, bro.
love that.
That would never happen,
Because
bro.
no one deserves it more Because I see all mid.
I think that's more unlikely than what I said.
I know. I'm just saying. I would love to see that though.
Okay, but to continue on what I was saying, look, Vini Jr. plays for the biggest national team, and he can't perform. It's a problem for me. I don't respect guys that don't perform for their national team. It makes me sick. It's almost unpatriotic. Like what? You turn up for your employer, but when your country needs you, you're nowhere to be seen.
Hey, who's paying him? Who's paying him,
No
bro?
pride, though. No pride.
It's true. Like, I don't know. I just can't wait for there to be like a proper, Ballon d'Or winner this year. Like, obviously, what's done is done. Vini will win it most likely. But dude, like, I can't wait to see the Ballon d'Or nominations after this season because there's gonna be talent there, man.
Yamal, top 3.
Yamal, Haaland's gonna be in there. Musiala is gonna be in there too.
Gatti.
Maybe
Stop,
Florian
bro.
Wirtz, sneaks in there, squeezes in there maybe a little bit. Maybe you get a Gatti in there too. See a defender nomination. But like, I'm excited because the talent is coming back to the game. It took a little bit of time. We had to take a few seasons off, but we have talent back in the game. And, football is going to be exciting, with all these talented players squaring off.
Yeah, but my biggest gripe is that with Vini Jr. winning this Ballon d'Or now, it's like there's going to be so much disrespect towards Neymar Jr. Because it's like, all you're gonna hear is Vini Jr. has a Ballon d'Or, Neymar doesn't.
2026, bro.
And how does that-
2026.
Vini Jr. is above Neymar all time by that logic. It's like,
And how does that make you
it's
feel?
an injustice.
How does that make you feel? That's gonna happen.
It makes me feel like icky.
I think you shouldn't go
Vicky?
for Brazil anymore
Why?
because that now your whole nationality is disrespected now because now Vinny's over Neymar.
No, well, never. Not for me. But I just think like it's an injustice. Just looking in the grand scheme of things, that Vini Jr. has a Ballon d'Or and Neymar doesn't. It's backwards. It's like, how did the football universe allow this? But that's the name of the game.
I think there'll be an asterisk on this one though.
No.
I think so. I think there's
I
gonna be
think they will.
For
Yeah,
what?
but in 20
They
years,
deserve
people
it.
won't be like, oh, asterisk.
we'll
the
know.
2023 Ballon d'Or.
like our generation's gonna know who's gonna not like who's gonna say, oh, Vinny was like like he was unreal. Like who's gonna talk about Vinny like that?
I mean, he's still young, so he can win. If he does more
He
next
is
couple
still
years, he can win another one. Who knows? But like, dude, I don't know. All I know is Vinny didn't take the money like Neymar and left Barcelona.
Okay,
he's
but
still
Vini
young.
Jr. is like 23.
Hey, Vinny he could have gone to a thing.
Bro, he ain't going to Saudi at 23, bro.
Money.
Come on, bro.
Why did Neymar go to PSG?
We weren't in Saudi at 23.
Why did
Come on,
Neymar
bro.
go to PSG? Why did Neymar go to Al Hilal? Money, bro.
Influence
Not
around him, bro.
necessarily.
Instead of a Ballon d'Or, he went for the money.
I blame Neymar
Okay,
Pie.
I wouldn't say he chose money over Ballon d'Or.
Clearly, he
I
did.
wouldn't say that was the trade-off.
Dude, he did he actually think he was going to win something at PSG?
Yeah.
Champions League? Come on.
Dude, I think everybody thought something they were going to win something at PSG. Look at that team.
No one ever
I
thought,
guarantee
dude.
you,
No one.
each and every one of us probably had PSG winning the
No,
Champions League. at one
PSG
point.
are
I know I did.
We all
PSG are
probably did,
stricken.
man. So I think
I think you said PSG to win Champions League one year.
Never
we
that.
all have, man. We all have, dude. We were all glazing that front three.
For good reason, bro.
We're all glazed, dude. That front three was like, made of dreams. You know what I mean? Like, PSG sold us a dream. It's unfortunate. Neymar ruined his career by going to Saudi Arabia, but there's nothing we can do about that. Just like there's nothing we can do about Vinny winning the Ballon d'Or, right? We just have to accept it and wait for better days. Better days are coming.
But better days are on the horizon because so many friends of the pod, coming into fruition. So many good moments. I hope you guys liked our 1v1 challenge. That was super fun. And if you participated, thank you. And look out for future ones because we just want to give back to the community. So thanks to you guys and the listeners too as well. Thanks for
Shout
sticking with us. Got some cool things on the horizon. Yeah, man. Like,
Stay
just
tuned.
chatting footy, man.
Thanks again, guys, for tuning in to another episode of the Footy Culture. You know who we are. Thanks again. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Comment Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world right now. Comment that.
no
if
one-
you
no
if
one's
you made it
commenting
to
that,
this if you made it to this time right now, comment that. I know you're a true one. But yeah, it's been your boys. It's Fatty. Who are we?
Think for the culture.
We
We the culture, man.
All right. See ya.
Later.
Forgot the.
Is.
Comment if you know who Gatti is.